Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Baxter, and at Pain Care Labs, we deal with chronic and acute pain. We've been getting a lot of complaints that I can identify with. So I have a Precor that I got during coronavirus, and I've started having specific left knee pain that I didn't have before. And we've had a lot of other people complaining about some overuse injuries. So here's why you get those overuse injuries when you're using home exercise equipment. You have one piece of exercise equipment often, and it's frozen in exactly the same orientation. So if you're out riding a bike in the real world, you're twisting, you're spinning, you've got a little bit of shift from time to time, just like the difference between free weights and using weight machines. But at home, if you're using the same machine over and over, you can get some similar injuries from overuse. So we have here Dr. Keith Cronin today, and we join him with Exercise in Progress. How are you, Keith?
I'm doing great, and that's why I'm here right now, exercising, because I'm at home, just like everyone else, trying to figure out how I'm going to stay fit and keep going.
So tell us a little bit, as a physical therapist, what the deal is with what you do when you notice your home exercise equipment is starting to cause some pain in places you weren't used to seeing them.
Yeah, so I'm a person who loves running, and I've had to also get back into a little bit biking because I can't get into the gym. So I've started also getting little bits of pain right above the knee because I'm not used to this, and I've had to put together a system so I can make sure that I'm not having all of these aches and pains. And whether you have a Peloton at home, whether you have an exercise bike, or you're in the garage like me right now, you want to keep up and active and moving. So one of the easiest things you can do is, even before I got going, I used the mechanical stimulation from the Vibracool to loosen everything up around the top part of my knee because it was sore from doing a ride yesterday. Now, that's just the first part to get going. But then there's other things that you can do to help, alleviate some of these aches and pains. So one of the first things you can do is you got to make sure that you're actually changing the height on your bike. A lot of us at home leave it at one spot, we hop on, and we just keep going. You got to remember that that knee has to cycle through a variety of different motions. And if you lower it or raise it, it's going to change the part of the knee where it's actually contacting on a regular basis. So I recommend that you change this throughout your workout like you can with a Peloton, or at the very least, change it every day so that you're hitting a little bit different spot in your body. Now, another thing that commonly happens is when you're bent over all the time, start getting tightness in the hip. That gives you tightness down the leg. And what's that lead to? Knee pain, exactly where I have this thing right now. So an easy thing you can do, take a yoga strap, put it around your knee, or start around your foot, reach back, and then straighten up nice and tall, and then reach up overhead. Why this is important, because if you just pull your heel to your butt and you bend over like this, you never actually stretch out the front part of your hip. And believe it or not, this part of your hip is going to be related commonly to the pain that you have right here. And then finally, when you're done with your exercises, you're going to want to make sure later on that day that you're going to now add the ice into the vibration component of the Vibracool to calm down those aches and pains, to make sure that the next day you're ready to up and get back on that bike. Because, well, we're all at home, so we need to do something. And if we're hurting on a day-to-day basis, man, it's tough to hop back on the bike, which I'm going to do right now.
Well, thank you so much. That's extremely helpful. And I think that the take-homes are stretch really well, use mechanical stimulation to help stretch if you need on a tight spot, change a variable, even if it's only a tiny bit in the equipment itself. Use stretches that are specific for the area, and then when you've got pain after, use not just ice, but ice plus vibration, so you can increase the blood flow and deal with the pain to make it better for you the next day. Am I right?
Absolutely. See, I'm already right back on the bike, so I got to go cut the stress. This is fantastic, and this thing is really, really helping.
All right, sir. Well, this has been a Pain Care Lab solution for pain, and thanks so much, and we'll see you again next time, Keith.
Everybody stay active.
Stay safe. Wear a mask.